All right, it's a very special day and a very special conversation with one of the candidates contesting in the 2024 gubernatorial elections in the Sunshine City of Ondo State. Ondo State in November 2024 will be electing new persons, new governor to represent the state and move it forward in its growth, in its drive towards development. Right here in the studio, in Social Studio, I'm having a conversation right now with two guests who will give us a sense of what the governorship in Ondo State, governorship elections in Ondo State will look like in the coming months. It's good to have you join me. Let's begin the conversation. Ondo State governorship elections is in November 2024. Before we talk about the details, I want to give a quick assessment of what governance has been like in Ondo State, drawing from the administration of the late governor Erelu, and that is now being completed by the incumbent Ayedatiwa, the executive governor of the state. Give us a quick assessment.
Thank you very much. I will start with the state of affairs in Ondo State at present. The people of Ondo State, they are not happy at all because there is hunger in Ondo State. They believe that the APC government that has been there for the past 7 years now going to the 8th year, yes, they believe they've not really done well. And the person that was steering the vehicle in Ondo State, late tried his best before when I left. And later hand over to Lucky Ayedatiwa. But the truth is that you cannot offer what you don't have. If somebody has been there as a deputy governor, now basically spending the 6th month as a governor of the state and everything is going backward every day. So I don't blame him. He can only offer what he can offer. So he's trying his best.
But is
by bringing us back.
Is 6 months not enough to judge anyone who just took the reins of power to govern a state, given the prevailing challenges, not just in Ondo State, but across Nigeria at the moment?
He was a deputy governor, acting governor for almost 2 years now. I believe it's not a rocket science. If he's going to perform, he could have. But he doesn't know what he's doing.
Well, thank you for that insight. Let me go to the link and then I'll be back to you. He spoke about the inability of the current governor, Lucky Ayedatiwa, to steer the ship of the state in the right direction, as a matter of lack of capacity. What kind of leadership do you think a state like Ondo needs?
Thank you for that question. So, in any state, and a state like Ondo specifically, we need a leader with a clear vision. A leader that comes to the seat. He has had time to practice, and he still doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't have a clear vision. Because for me, 6 months is enough time for people out there on the streets to feel the impact of a government. My governor, with all due respect to whoever has been there before, by the time we get there, in 6 months, you would have wished, the people of Ondo State would have wished that we'd be there years before then. It's enough time. You give birth to a baby, in 6 months the baby is teething, is crawling. But if the development is going backward and not forward, then hey, what are you talking about? Go to the streets, people are hungry.
I would have assumed that the issue of hunger and some of those challenges you're talking about is actually a nationwide challenge. Everyone is complaining and, perhaps about the APC government and the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But let's leave that aside and focus on Ondo State. I'm still on you.
Because I'd like to answer what you just said.
What exactly, what kind of change, what kind of government should the Ondo State people be looking at with your party and your government, if the Ondo State people give you the chance, to govern them?
Okay. SDP, first of all, let me go to the party aspect. SDP is not a new party. It's a party that is known, especially in the Yoruba states, and it's a party that has been known to be effective and efficient. We had a SDP governor in Ondo State before. It was very efficient. So SDP itself is known for efficiency. So as a government, so your question was, what will we do?
Yes, what will you do
differently?
Yes.
Oh, when we get there, we will hit the ball and start running immediately. Just like our logo is a horse. Horses don't slow down, they run. There's so many things that we can do that will touch the lives of people. Our Ondo State is rich in so many resources. We have human capital. We have students that read, especially Yoruba states, Ondo States specifically. We have people that go to schools, come out with first-class degrees, no jobs. What is there right now? Predominantly, you go and work in the ministry, or you work as a civil servant, that's in the ministry, or you work as a politician. There are so many moribund industries that need to be reawakened, restructured, reorganized.
Okay.
By the time we start tapping into all our resources, there will be jobs for people.
Please hold your thoughts. I'm going to come back to you on this, but let me quickly come to the governor to be, let me say, Mr. Governor, by God's help. All right. So tell us, she's speaking about what you will do to Ondo State, and I'm from Ondo State myself. I am very aware, of some of the things going on in that place. Ondo State happens to be one of the states where you have bitumen in the states that has not been tapped or explored for commercial purposes, amongst many other things that the state possesses. We talk about the local land projects, but we cannot even. So there are so many things that are just hanging somewhere. How will you marry all of these projects together to bring prosperity, employment, success to the people of Ondo State?
Thank you. Before we get to the bitumen and the OKLNG project, which I'm fully aware, I think the first thing we should look at is for us to look for means of curing the stomach infrastructure. Because these projects you are talking about, they are long-term projects. You understand me? If you can flashback, Ondo State was on the world map in 1976 when October Oil Palm was created. Ondo State also was the only state in West Africa that was producing glass through Olua glass. Both companies are, one of them is moribund, the other one is has epilepsy disease. As a young man then, in 1976, the Malaysians came to Ondo State. I was right at the small airstrip in my own town, Gubernatorial Race, when Nigeria Airways flew the Malaysians to my state. They came to pick the palm fruit and they go back to their country. As at 1994, I traveled to Malaysia to see the first tallest building TUIB in Malaysia. I flew from Indonesia to Malaysia. I'm not exaggerating. If you fly a Gulfstream 650 at 120 kilometers per hour, you understand me? 1,200 kilometers per hour from Singapore to Malaysia. What you see is just palm on the surface of Malaysian's land. You understand me? As at that time, they were selling 1993-1994. If you Google it, they were selling over $4 billion palm oil across the globe. If you Google it today, They are selling above $7 to $8 billion across the globe on palm oil. My state, my local government, my own town, that they pick that palm from, you understand me? They are not selling $1 million per year. So those are things we have to look inward and bring that back. There was a time that Erelu, they get their rubber plantation from October local government. They've left. You understand me? So there's a lot we can do. Now in the bitumen, and my company, Clock Oil System, is one of the companies they gave pilot project to run pilot projects of that bitumen that is sitting between my local government and the local government. You understand me? But due to the bureaucracy of the government of the day then, you understand me? I couldn't operate. You understand me? When they were going for the OKLMG, you understand me? Groundbreaking. Olokun was the oil minister. Obasanjo was the president. I was among them that were there at the OKLM project. Today, that is dead. So these are things we are going to look into. Dangote refinery was supposed to be situated in Ondo State. They took it out of Ondo State due to some kind of, how would I say it, seriousness of the government in power. Understand me? Today, Dangote refinery is sitting very close to Ondo State, about 30 to 40 kilometers away from Ondo State is where the Dangote refinery is. And that is the only place across the globe today that we have over $40 billion investment within the radius of 20 kilometers. Dangote refinery is over $22 billion. We have the Indo, we have the deep sea port of the Lagos State, we have the ethanol company, we have also the, what is it called, the Lagos City Airport. All this in a cluster of 20 kilometer radius is over 40 billion. Where is the commercial center? Where is the financial center? Even where they want to live, they don't. So a brilliant person, what you need to do is just for you to build a mega city in Ondo State. You understand me?
Let me not allow you sell all your ideas.
Let them hear. It is my idea. Nobody can steal it.
Let's keep some of your ideas and still stay within this. So in Ondo State, for about 10 years that I'm aware of, there was in the southern part there was no access to electricity for about 10 years. And some of us, and
18 years precisely, going to 20 years.
20 years. They are not connected to the national grid. You are interested in being governor now, and I would have assumed that many citizens, many indigents of this, part of the state would have raised some kind of alarm. What have you done? What did you do, especially to tackle that particular challenge? What were your contributions?
Okay, thank you very much. I will use this video to tell you what I do. You understand me? I'm the president and the CEO of We Africa. We Africa is a company that is operating within the 54 African countries in different fields. You understand me? 3 months ago, we just bought a rice mill in Udu, in Abuja here. You understand me? When I get in there, the first thing I identified was that they have power shortage. One of my own company under We Africa, you understand me, we are into power. As I speak, we are about giving Edo 50 megawatt power. You understand me, in Edo. And this is the program I've also programmed for Ondo State. If you cannot use 1 megawatt, we give you 2. If 2 is too small, we give you 3. All these things are not rocket science. That is the only way we can get development. You understand me?
Very fascinating. We're about to round off, but because you touched on this subject, which I consider very important, I would have assumed also that, given the profile that you reeled out now, that somehow maybe you have tried to have like an intervention project where power is concerned in the state. Were you at any point stopped, by the bureaucratic process of government and all of that, in withholding your contribution to solve the power problem?
They gave me the bitumen pilot project to run in those states because of They don't like my face, or they don't want me to show my skill there. The project was killed. You understand me? When I become the governor of Ondo State, you understand me? All this I will put in place. And I'm very sure of doing that.
All right, thank you. So I'm going to round up with the lady. Please, as we round up, tell us, in the elections coming forth, you have the incumbent governor who is running to represent the APC. You have Dr. Agbola representing the People's Democratic Party. We have your party. We have several other. We have about 17 parties, participating in that election. What are the chances of the Social Democratic Party, and what is the strength of your popularity to win this election?
Okay, so let me just give a brief history about us. My principal, he has been in the PDP for over
all my life I've been running for 21 years.
Yes, 21 years now I've been running. And I've been in the APC for over 16, 17 years now. Right from ACN down to APC. So we joined SDP, gave us this platform, which we're grateful for. And coming together is like a fusion of different parties. Okay? So we have a lot. In terms of our strength, we have a lot. We have APC members, PDP members, SDP members. So we even have a greater advantage, if you ask me.
Okay.
I don't want to go deeply into that because I won't want to say our strategies right now.
I get that. So in 30 seconds, tell the people of Ondo State what to expect from your government.
People of Ondo State, okay, we are here to, are we voting? Is it campaigning?
Well,
you're going to expect a lot from us. You're going to expect security, better security. You will expect food. People will not be hungry anymore by the grace of God. You will expect developments in the state. When there's development, all these things will thrive. People will not be hungry. Obviously, there'll be money. Then you'll expect, by the time we develop, you'll expect people from abroad, all these other countries and states to come. Tourism will be improved, and so many sectors will be affected. And another thing I must say before we round up, this my principal, Otumba Akingoye Oba, is the only person that has ever, in the history of Ondo State, nominated a female deputy candidate. So I'm reaching out, using this medium to reach out to all the women, including the youth. Ejo, Edibo Funwao, SDP, Luleshe. Thank you very much.
All right, I'm also going to give you the opportunity to also, in 30 seconds, give us your parting words for the Ondo State people.
Firstly, I'm going to thank SDP for giving me the platform to showcase my dream for the past 22 years, 23, 24 years. I've been trying to get a platform in Ondo State. I really appreciate what God has done through SDP. I'm pregnant, and our people, they used to say that we cannot be doing things the same way we've been doing it in Ondo State, and we think we're going to get different results. Let's try a successful and a good entrepreneur that has been running his business for the past 40 years and he has done well in his business. Governance is about business. Please, Edibo Funwa, we are going to see super changes within the next 6 months of we being in government. I'm not proud about it. I know what I'm talking about. I know the solution. We will take off all the wrong peg that has been put into the wrong holes. We'll start putting the right peg in the right holes. Thank you very much.
All right, that's an interesting conversation with the governors to be of Ondo State come November 2024, running under the Social Democratic Party. It's been an interesting conversation. I'll see you again next time. I'm Olugbenga George.